Now that's a we Nigerian name. Is the person right to say that now?
Yes, my background, Nigerian lineage.
Okay.
I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. The name Wokolo signifies that I'm a typical Nigerian. For people see green, white, green. Yes, I tend to be an equally a citizen of this nation.
Okay.
By marriage and by long stay. I've been in this country for over 30 years and above. So I've had a lot of experience in this country. So this is my home. So I can always tell you that this is my country.
This is your country. That's say never just to say only about to and come before me post to fly me say how did you get into football know your football Nigeria dada and over no say no Ghana football me dim hujuma metimi abuana football na ye my way.
Well, also a long story, but so we kind of short now. Football, so me started football. The time I'm a year color. Now, ball boy, I'm at Enugu Rangers. And they Plateau United. Me offer, and I'm my uncle, used to be the former Nigerian international goalkeeper, Emmanuel Okala.
Okay.
Who check your background, time I cross so could do 100 years. And then I arranging on the Enugu Rangers have a bomb match with Accra so to commemorate the 100 years anniversary of Accra so say. The time I'm a young college, I'm a young boy, I'm a Enugu Rangers, then Plateau United, and because of my uncle, and Emmanuel Okala, and his immediate junior brother, Patrick Okala, also a Nigerian international, he was in position those days with other goalkeepers. Those I'm talking with Chairman Chukwu and all those things. So through that, now I grew into Ghana, into football association. I began to love football, so made the football I said to me early years of my childhood.
Into Oba Ghana no straight away and of course has to folk and I say oh your football baby and later Kaunya Eco Service House of folk.
Anyway, my year football administrations in different levels, you know. But first of all, my school so India. Time I make school in India, so now I bought football, but instead at that level of football because I was playing with Chandigarh 11 in India. I know you're not part of India when I went to school. So apart from that, we went back Nigeria, then later came back to settle in Ghana. I happened to join a club that you call the Glorious Accra Suffolk. But the story no said that Nepal Mini Association na me back Ghana. Also ya Kotokoni.
Wow.
On a swing of those days, because those time communication was not to say what's up on any other social media to be able to communicate. At that time, a landline on He also catch him so he's going to Kumasi and come, and he left me in Accra with some friends. So in that place was when I went to watch football in Accra Stadium, and it was Accra Suffolk and Ebusua Dwarfs that was playing football. And immediately my eye caught the jersey of Accra Suffolk, the rainbow color, and I decided to support them on that particular day. So if you want to tell me my association of Accra Suffolk, it started on that spring, on that particular day, because I went to watch that football, and then the jersey of the club attracted me. And I felt that this is a club I should just support for that particular day. But from that, I started paying attention to the club, and then eventually got into the line right Accra Suffolk.
And you say, and yet, what down for no jaw or Hananka, Kotokonawoko?
Oh, by all means, when I told him that there's this club, I saw that there's this. I said, this is my greatest rival. In person, me Bonipano Gini, called me somebody who has even played for the national team of Ghana at a particular time, and he's my very good friend. So I told him that you say, I don't want to say how you said it in the local language in Twi, but it's a little bit insulting, but very jovial. But I said, you don't see any other club to join. Is this my rival? This club is not anything. But because of that, that gave me the confidence that, let me do a rival situation with him. So I said, watch this place. Let me watch this place. So we became like friends. We are still friends up to today. And he's still around. He lives in Kumasi. We are friends and everything. So up to today, he's here. The over joining the club, not joining another club. I say over whenever we are going to play football, he will remind me, say, oh, you better share my name, don't worry. Never Kumasi, no, never say situation, or say, who name say Kumasi there. My supporters know they are a very strong team. That's how we became better. It's just football, and I appreciate that.
Wow, this story, me not sure what shall baby that because this is the first time I meet this kind of story, and Yansha House of Folk. How smooth was it? Say, who House of Folk mo now or rather through the ranks, a board member of this great Accra House of Folk.
Well, first of all, Accra House of Folk, from my understanding, and they will check your record also. Omoye, not just a traditional club, they open up to anybody who wants to join them, anybody who wants to associate with them, anybody who wants to be part in their club. I think Accra House of Folk has an open door policy that you see people from basically they are not from Accra, they are not basically from Ghana. People like Arizako. Yes, somebody who can say Arizako is a citizen of Ghana, but at the end of the day, Obian himself, the background is Lebanese. And so many other people who are citizens of Ghana, they are not even like Gans, but they joined Accra House of Folk and they played very good. People like, there are a lot of people like Jihaz and all other people who have joined Accra House of Folk. And myself, I saw it that it's a club where we have a board chairman at that time, which was Nanare Kwampam, who was a patron, chairman of Council of Patron, and then people like Harisoya, who is a citizen of Ghana. Then you find people like Atwa Hoy, who was playing as a board chairman, as a fanti, and every other thing. So you can see that the people of diverse interests and culture. So Accra House of Folk is that club that me feel say, oh, what that type of culture that everybody, they don't look at your background, they look at what you have to impart on the club. No? Admittance is not a difficult situation. Once you have what you take, you love the club, you support the club, and you show it that by your attitude and every other thing. I mean, Accra House of Folk is always an open door, and up to today, I think it's still what it is.
And now, to become a board member of Accra House of Folk, now just you possess something in paying for the house and no one who say the Abua team. No, how will you approach to assume this huge office of a board member of this great club Accra House of Folk?
Well, at the time I joined Accra House of Folk, somebody would be surprised. I rose through the ranks. I joined the chapter. I started as a chapter member. I rose from there and I began to attend meetings and every other thing. I began to study the club and learn how the clubs, what is. I travel with the club wide and far. Any place they go, I try to follow Accra House of Folk. I support the base and I join the supporters in everything they do. And that led to me even rising up, not just to management level. I went to the other levels of Accra House of supporting. I went to different committees. I chaired 6 different committees in Accra, so like the Congress. I've been in the Congress. I was equally a member of the Advisory Committee of Accra. So I rose through the ranks to get to this. So it wasn't a surprise to me that at the time I became a management member, not even just a management member. At the time, the chief executive of Accra was just in front of me. I became an interim chairman of Accra and all these things. So getting to the board was not just that I worked it there. I played a lot of roles. The later Alhaji House was one person who encouraged me so much in joining Accra because he calls me Frank Nelson of Accra. That's how he referenced me, and that gives me a lot of confidence. Anything he comes to me, because he comes to my office, then in Kanda Highway, when my office was in Kanda Highway, he comes and we share anytime. You say, oh, come, this is our club, this is our club. I remember the financial secretary or treasurer of Accra, Clement Dodu, in those days. Those are the people that I met. Then people like Ashwad Okutete were the people when you meet, they give you all that confidence and, that you can occupy position, you can hold responsible positions in the club. So I became even the youth development chairman to the club. I was in charge of the Aroras at a particular, for so many years I ran Aroras as a chairman and all those things. So I think it's something that I just went through the ranks and to get to that level of getting to the board member. I've just put it on record that I became a board member of Accra. So I think there was a congress that was held in Ahimfie, now Royal House. That was in 2004. I stood as a board member. Those days, the board structure was a different situation. And then we had other people like Alhaji Fawaz, Alhari Zako, and there's something then a lot of people were also bet. Fortunately, on that particular day, I was the highest elected board member with the highest vote on that particular day. I was among every other person who contested that. Then the people who conducted the election was the former Inspector General of Police, Mr. C.K. Dowunu, and then our former board chairman, Mr. Atuahoy, and the Paa Kwasi Pkay. Those were the people who conducted the election. After the election, I pulled the highest vote, and I was called by the side, and then they say, we are going to meet the Council of Petron, but go and form your board as the board chairman. But I didn't look at it as something that I should just do at that time, because, yes, pulling the highest vote does not mean that I have to be the board chairman. So at that stage was the time, if you remember, Mr. Commodore Mensah became the board chairman. But at that Congress, I was given the mandate by C.K. Dowunu and the Mr. Atuahoy to go and form the board at that particular time. But I just have to play by the rules and make sure that there are people who have been citizens, there are people who have run the club before me, there are people who have been in the... But at that particular time, we with Thomas Okai, all of them were in the club at that time. So I felt that it was wise, to pay it as it's supposed to be. So I became a board member and accepted the just to be a board member. That was the time Steve Maunyaga was our vice board chairman.
Listening to you, you are a full-blooded Accra House of Folk Nipa, and Accra for the rest of your life. Based on currently, House of Folk in Yama Ekoso and Shedan Kuye, now you are no more a board member. How do you feel with the recent predicament before Accra House of Folk? The last time House of Folk winning league was Samabwedu era 2020-2021. So for like 5 years, the House of Folk in Timi winning league here. How do you feel as somebody House of Folk Eya Okra Eya Umoja Eya Wadinina?
Wait, now this very deep question, but let me answer. Again, first of all, Accra Folk runs in my blood. There's nothing you give me above Accra. So there's no club in this country that I can chance and for joining. If it's not Accra Folk, and I'm a coach football for Accra Folk. My interest is not there. I'll just be watching and maybe doing other things. But when it comes to Accra Folk, there will be an 100% attention, because I want to see how the players play. I want to see how the technical departments. I want to see reactions from my supporters. My supporters are well-loving supporters. Me and my supporters, I have a very good relationship with the supporters from Kumasi, from Melubo, from every place you can talk about, even in Tamale. If I go to Tamale, sometimes before me back here, I confirm the brain, because the people, they want to associate with you. But Accra Folk means Accra Folk, but it's a question will be sana. When him say, me support Arsenal, I was abroad, so football, I was Europe. My club is my blood.
And remember, Nidika, my memory, Yako, and send what to also. Why? Yeah, Mamma Yako. Okay.
Yeah. No, I know they are energy because that is why the bet. Example, now make a semi year. What you say, Arsenal, 22 years without a trophy. Consistency soon.
Okay.
Coach is but at the end of the day, we check his system. The Arsenal. So at the end of the day, for 22 years, Arsenal bet Meiji EPL. Now the one who next year was Saturday, so with the Champions League. To move to the Champions League to the finals of the final without losing even one single match from the beginning of the competition.
Exactly.
Even until the last day, even the Arsenal we lost on penalties. It's something we pass out back that we are very proud supporters of Accra Folk. We appreciate our players and everything or Arsenal. So football, because Samuel Boedu era was the last time winning FA Cup. And like I said that time, we even won triple, because in the FA Cup we won the Champion of Champions. We won the E-League at that particular year. So it was a very great history. And it's not something that he knew Accra Folk, because Accra Folk, which the history of Ghana football, apart from being the oldest club in Ghana of 1911 for record purposes, a very big issue. But sometimes football, even Liverpool, at the time, almost lane season. but Nina say a yabotre, it depends on the structure, no better check structure and say whether the one you have now say bow and I'm bow there, say bow there, you keep making amends until you get to the level na bet me am our results, no. Obi aben to make attempt say at na betting happen at today and in your because maybe the Arsenal Cup for the 5 years, no. Every year, Champions League, every year for the past 2 years, EPL or a second position. He has made a lot of finances because finance makes a lot of impact in football. Without finance, it's difficult to run any industry, especially football. I believe that Accra one day Neman best is get to that level that we start winning trophies because that's what we are known for. Accra is never say die, and then we make sure that we win trophies. That's one area supporters are very happy. So we know the happiness of our supporters here. One day, sure say that table will send us. They say, I can say 2000 to 2004, behind the Accra level in Ghana football, in African football, Champions League, Confederation Cup, or Champion of Champions, or all these things. They are history today, but Chelsea or China winning short trophy. So, let's support us also move forward to management and the board. They could take certain decisions and co-create maybe in the minds of supporters and any other person. But at the end of the day, I portray the year then who get a contribution. So we have had the contributions. So we make management members like that. And yes, it's possible to put the advice going and they are moving to advice. Sometimes we'll be better our advice on for yesterday, but then who advice is not something that even back I say, oh, I may say, my boy advice. Nina football about a day about football.
Now, Okasa, you made mention of Arsenal. Say, almost an attacker, a better than say be almost because they want consistency. After some wood, has to focus both interim and permanent basis. No, say did you come out 6 coaches in 5 years? How would you convince the supporters? Say, Omunya Botre, in Yamabi, we do say you cover consistency coaches in the bar. Newache Pai 1 year no call. No, can we be consistent with this kind of we fire within a year? No.
Oh, so make Ateta na unfortunately, maybe Ateta be example. Then I'm example. Make say football is run with finance.
Okay.
On the make say we check the last 4 years, the type of money Arsenal has recovered or has recouped in football through Ateta's position. What about Champions League for the past 4 years in a stable conditions and a level that the club makes a lot of money. EPL no so about seconds for about 4 years no in a they all finances. But when you say that type of money helps in doing other things for the club.
Yeah.
Over had there who you coach now who win the trophy. And then you are not position if you now do first this year and the next year now could 8th position and a second or 4th position. Or no choice, the finances in terms of support from sponsorship in Ghana football. Nancy and the government is the Sikama association for clubs so that at least but there's no sponsorship in Ghana football for now. Nobody is sponsoring our league. I can say that if you are somebody investing in the club, sometimes you get to that level, say they are that because then you start Ube Philippines. At the end of the day, you are not getting the level in terms of position. So finances, you are throwing your money into it. Sometimes they're very hard doing, but you need to send a letter before a age man. But many say very.
Yanko enimna yenhwe MTN Africa be dey afena yaba wudie mu proper has the old chapter but still na se no ka has omoja ntino eni na me no efa on but yenhwe Africa and grand finale very nice event and I know be catch me no say MTN Africa final say the festival enye an other football final need kind you rose to the rank to be a member of the committee and now the vice chairman. How would you sum up enra ade see with regards to the MTN Cup finals nations for FIA?
Well, first of all, Yabeda Nyamiasi said Endra was very comfortable. Then Mamikasa, your prediction says to better, it's so gentle until Yamina Yejman. The same thing happened last year, so your prediction says so better. But yeah, your image might be a Kotogena Yejman. Your Kotogena Yejman, your best friend, you say, on my favor. Last season was different. This season, me feel say another one. We check here with the committee here with the competition department of the Ghana Football Association. Ube who say FA Cup there, your friend will be in Ubia. I'm not sure say it will be in Ubia truly. Because a competition na yembo that at the end of the day won't see controversy. The artisan na who and run. Obi to make us a controversy. Supporters were comporting themselves. The officials did their best in the terms of officiating and every other thing. Everything went very well. Organization was very perfect from the beginning. They started last year, then October, and I started Ekodu and Luano. Over 100 and something clubs. Never this competition at the end of the season. By the grace of God, we finished yesterday. Now I said nations. Yes, a very good thing because Obianim said nations are relegation. Nobody expected that nations defeated dreams and raw. But you know you were UG Stadium. At the end of say penalties yesterday, people about so we say Arsenal in the PSG. On the next time. That's what happened yesterday because eventually nations on relegation, ABT team that is standing fourth in the position in Ghana League. They also share it's a very big remark to Ghana football. It's a history in the terms of Ghana football because by the time America Africa they will be in Division 1. Division 1 is going to represent Ghana in Confederation Cup. Also another big story. But you know about football. In terms of organization, the Phillies organization are very okay. And yet that is because sponsorship and every other thing was very difficult to assess. In terms of getting people to the stadium, most of the people, because the big clubs in Ghana, for example, and maybe some clubs like Media Masu did not get to that level of FA. They affected the attendance. But as a committee, we did what we can do, even to get school children to come to the stadium and every other, the supporters union and every other thing. You saw the attraction, the way the trophy was brought into the pitch. You saw the macho men that were brought to to give life into it, the musical environment and the entertainment that came around. Then the support from MTN was equally another support that was helping us. But Nina, the trophy was won by Nations FC. The best supporting nation go to Africa. But at the end of the day, that's a human because we committee we have identified so many things to make an improvement in the going forward in the competition because Yahoo said that day in day out people are picking into it. But corporate Ghana is not coming into sponsorship. Individuals are not coming to sponsor. Even to get water to the tournament or competition is difficult. You have to pay whatever you have to do to be able to, get people into giving you little monies to be able to do the little things we are doing. When Legon University was doing their best to giving us the venue, so a very good thing because of the location and every other thing. But competition, a very good competition. It's very important. Who said the FA president, Mami used this opportunity, so I'm on a happy birthday because the name is any birthday. Edwin Okreku, happy birthday. I just want to wish you a very happy birthday and God blessings in your life as you move on in life. But also, when you say FA Cup, chairman during the time of Nami was ESCO, Ghana Football, he was a member of ESCO. He was the committee member for the FA Cup, and he did a lot of that. Because of that, Wafa FA Cup as like his body. He gives you approval to do it so that it will be attractive. It's one of the best competitions ever Ghana bet. This year, Ghana football is not on that level that sponsorship, but just easily. But you will say meaning say by all means a year.
You expect for the upcoming season with regards to the FA Cup in 1 minute now, Yonko Black Stars?
Well, upcoming season, are you? But also then,
yeah, let me be say. In Narbi, are very successful for the upcoming season. No, what should we do? I be a new strong coach and in Narbi waiting with regards to the FA Cup.
Oh, by all means, the next year, it was an improvement from day to day from what you saw last year to today. This year was a little bit. There was a little bit of improvement, but next year, they are sure they starting very early now. Eddie Commoner, making our plan. We are sure that you see a different FA Cup next season. But sure said that this year, it was one of the top ones because what we saw yesterday, we are all happy about it. The competition department, the television, the LED, all of that, the stadium and every other, the musical concert and every other thing. The curtain raiser. Curtain raiser that was supposed to come, it was supposed to be a class of youth team and youth team. But unfortunately, now, during the time of planning, Accra Suffolk dissolved the technical department, so it made it impossible for us to assemble has a Nekotoko. Also affecting most of the people who wanted to come and work because some people move a youth team, but at the end of the day, you need another team to come and do that. But if it was being has a Nekotoko youth team, it would have been a different thing. But me assure the next season will be a very different and very successful more than it is. But we believe that every year there will be an increase in terms of success.
Mr. Nelson, where the Mammy phone room Krabi or Black Stars, oh, you Ghana, Udo Black Stars. Did there a war squad no who ya free we and go away and say your friend no. I can't barely 13 days to the World Cup. So did they never bought him no?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Nelson, what you mean? Na me bisa about Black Stars said they didn't know what team squad no no ya freeway aden ya freeway and go say freeway no ya dey be boa team no
almost say football there they be make say football there are three first of all we say the players makes a team, the technical team and the support, then ABS finances from the government on onion and I'm a football there football be there do this year ultimately yes because Obian in the NSA was Black Star because one of the time the job was relieved from Otado. And then there was performance in from African qualification that even eventually Ghana could not qualify for the African Cup of Nations. At the end of the day, the new coach to me and you will say, is there enough time for him to work? Is he going to obey a player in Africa player from? No, the answer is no, because people play the qualification. People qualified Ghana to this level, so he has to start somewhere. But only himself will be a coach here Ghana, including me from Nelson. Maybe me want me options. But me technical head, the semi-max the head technical case, the opportunity. Yet the admiration, sir. Government did the sharing, sir. Every the sharing, sir. Yes, we have sharing, sir. Yes, funds in higher but panic. She said at the end of the bet me a good record. They say it's now so freeway, freeway, now freeway. Obia person, because Obia didn't say World Cup there is the biggest stage now. Every footballer wants to showcase his talent and every in his name or to be enlisted in the squad that has played for his nation. But at the end of the day, and you'll be an able because Nipa in a betting about 1 million players cover World Cup. You have a number that is required from CAF and every football regulation. Say this number will play. Coaching, so he will play with that number. And say, when you say, Bravo, Madam Kwana, interested in football, but maybe any time on Yan so and say, about rest of the time America before, about 10 years, Yan Fabo, a team from fire for technical team. Nipa don't know friend. When I'm not able to make use for now. The enemy had the security to see enemy had the Frank Nelson. Don't mean anything to add Frank Nelson team until they are not ready. So Fred PK, maybe a PK, by about PK. So at the end of the day, PK bet me a successful outing on their name here. So they are having her and boy. Their name here is one focal movement of Bianina. Support Black Star, and then support the Black Star. Who bet me America now? Canada first match against Panama. I mean, where it's a very difficult match because it's unassuming team, and also such things are very difficult. But Panama,
finally, in 30 seconds, realistically, for now, what is Ghana be do or work up in?
Well, so we'll be Samidia, we'll be at the trophy, we'll tournament, the trophy now open. The tournament be an because trophy na the first target. But me kasa will be betting me as say Frank there other meaning say other teams. But you'll be in a lot. When him there na me be say na me say Ochina Ghana na be gini dia. Dia me nim say sana Ghana ka bet. We'll be Sami na say me pet trophy na wa. Na ka say last time me backstage say me pet me fat trophy na make airplane na mo the fat trophy no Bravo station no so that umbe who have cap Bravo station. Ono say it's my request, and like God will grant us that request so that at the end of the day, you bet me with the World Cup, you know. But meaning said the other school of thought, we say, oh, at a matter, who won't check football? Football 11 men to 11 men. They never to miss you on that side will be any Yaman.
Mr. Nelson, Medasi, Nenumre, Ewa, Umra, Diamaya, Ewa CTV, Sports, Hala, Dumedes, Yamia Druma, a better seat, Edding, come on more on show with Esau.
Yamin
Amen. And Mr. Frank Nelson Wokolo, a former board member, Emma Accra House of Folk, now no, or your MTN FA Cup Vice Chairman, and now you're not to trade and come with a big phone line that to see Director Yenfa course in Yunupe. Na aha enti obetimi afra basisia normal no e screen no eso director normal no fatu screen no so na mo 0302 normal that screen so director boami kakra 0302 77 1593 0302 77 1593 0302 77 1795 obeti ma fraba sisia na wache wajo mbache first okasa fifa hello ya first okasa fifa
yeah good evening nikapaki kaswa with the Ricky fashion
mbache mitie wona
because the contribution is Black Star Ghana you have problem. The one thing is a coach never born, players never born. If you have coach, if you will see a corner, you be bad, and the best coach. When I didn't say, players never born, any qualities. I know I'm more lightweight on which me Johnny I'm working with us.
But I say, quick one, two, but one quick, dear mommy say, 0302 775 0302 771593 0302 771593 anti me pacho your first okasa fifa hello one year your first say hello me pacho ofra no wetie ewo phone no emu until director normally be 0302 771593 mami fa one call and 0302 771593 mpacha first okasa fifa hello 0302 771593 me pacho ofra mentie ho TV no mu hwe tie ho e wo telephone no mu ne yankasa 0302 771593 wait me afra yam pick one or two calls bi na infashion NC one se no man e di dwumedia ntino 0302 771593 pacho me last call your first okasa fifa hello your first okasa fifa okay, also kasa fifa. Koforidua. Oh, okay. Bacha mitio. Bacha kasa mitio. Hello. Oh, me pacho fra men tie ho TV no mu tie ho telephone no emu. 0302 771593 0302 771593. My very last caller. Yeah, first okasa fifa. Hello. Okasa fifa.
Zongo, Accra Zongo.
Okay, bacha mitio.
Zongo.
Okay, mami tio.
So. Then your man somanya friend the omo friend na omo friend no. You see I go as players and go as a team. Nyami boa yenya group C third na fourth near Afghanistan. On time na agesi. Obia prepare Ghana and Kwan am prepare. The echo de Benyano Nyambe prepare for African Cup for next year. Okay.
Yo, me that's it. So, me and Biki call be a yamra na so, na yen sorry so na yen call. But happy birthday, Kessia Pan confirm. Your fro Diane, aha. About your son, no come pa. Happy birthday to you, Diane. In the air, wawuda. Happy birthday, Panyakupo Insira. Now on your Kessia Diane, Obana no Hutrasa, get one fair. Maza, our domain, or you see you, Emma Diane Beauty. I know a word domain into Diane. Happy birthday to you. Nyakupo Unsha no your Kessia, no more business na ase entry na Nyamutu to Anamosisi. Na wakoma swade nyina na Nyankopon onye na onfa ema we efu ndamfofo ene ebusua ne nyina ena ye da woda pa we ye de ema Diane oba sono nam tubrum nyame onye okese pa. Na ebusua another happy birthday going out to you. Your friend Nana Amwako okwa sorry ewo Jesus teaching salvation. Nana Amwako okwa sorry ewo Jesus teaching salvation in ewa woda. Happy birthday to you Nana. Nyankopon unshira pa no yo kese na akoma swade nyanyame onye mfa ma oma kwantenti ahom apomodin pa ewo mu. Nana Amwako okwa sorry ewo Jesus teaching salvation eno ewo amanfrom ana amanfo branch no ena okwo happy birthday to we efi Felix Uyafe ono sien fa happy birthday we mfa emma Nana Amwako happy birthday nyame onyo kese pa na onhyira kama pa na ebusua aha na ede dwumede nyina ye di AC edi amegiso eye Jacob na biwa Dalma o shema bontia eya no afra me Paa Kwasi Pkay me director eye Samuel credible now say MC a one ma Echo Bismarck ene the birthday Echo Bismarck Bismarck Echo ene eye the birthday inti happy birthday to you Echo Bismarck director ba kopel or team machine cho or dan the video kama pa na credible MC are now so esanso e can directors no ena Patrick so eye sound ene ono the microphone shisham kama pa me so abedwedwemu na me di ama me sorry so na nyaka ye da twa so na ye di ama on CTV Ghana's #1 good evening.
Piastri rolls around. Straight away and Davis. Begin with the spot, which spot there? Goes out the Grizzlies.